Welcome back to Rollen Green Reacts, and let's keep this as least crazy of the morning reactions. The Marine rapper Star-Spangled Banner, produced by Brian Spencer. The reason this artist is getting on this channel is, I mentioned before, just like another artist on the channel already, a couple artists had dropped comments and well, just were cool and respectful. This is one of them, and I didn't get back to him, or I don't chase after any of this, but I do know when I owe a thank you for the shout out back in the day, just in case you'd see this one. Other than that, let's just get back to the reaction, because I thought dude's music was fucking fire, and most of the subject matter I resonate with or really appreciate. So that's the deal. That's why we're here. Let's check it out.
You might want to sit down for this. This is the new Star-Spangled Banner. Let's go. Star-Spangled Banner, my AKA. Red, white, and blue is the flag I wave. You and survey, we the biggest gang. Star-Spangled Banner, my AKA. Star-Spangled Banner, my AKA. Red, white, and blue is the flag I wave.
Okay, we started out our day. I was pretty long-winded and crazy, but I was talking about that guitar-driven backbeat and some music. So the fact that the full circle and all the entanglement worked out to just decide to pick this one out of the blue, and then that guitar in the background, nothing but respect. That's badass. I like the sound there. Sounds like it's hitting hard. Again, I'll reiterate, from the first video to this, it sounds like there's a background of love of country and all that stuff. I'm not ashamed of a little pride and self-respect and dignity in one's place of origin, or a little nationalism is okay. I don't think it's as dirty and bad as the mainstream likes to point it out. But then from all the proof I've seen, the mainstream leans a single direction, and it ain't towards the flag. Not our flag.
Let's go.
Same.
Star-Spangled Banner, my AKA. Red, white, and blue is the flag I wave. You and survey, we the biggest gang. Star-Spangled Banner, my AKA. Star-Spangled Banner, my AKA. Red, white, and blue is the flag I wave. You and survey, we the biggest gang. Star-Spangled Banner, my AKA. Star-Spangled Banner, my AKA. Represent USA every day. Not just Independence Veterans Day. Like most of you voters ain't on you fake. But still you don't want to embrace me because of my...
Did I call it Star-Spangled Banner and I didn't say banger? I hear it in the verse, so I'm sorry. Shit, off to a bad start already, because this is a cool song. I like this.
You don't want to embrace me because of my text in the state of it. The old man once told me they'll kill me because I'm educated. They hate it like they treat it. They yell BLM because you messed it up. Once had a message, you fucked it up. I'm in the middle because whites think I'm trouble and blacks call me Uncle Tom. What the fuck?
Oh, God, it's gotta suck. The whole, no, the fucking tribalism with alignment, and man, do I relate to, I relate to it for a completely different reason than this gentleman's art and his ability, and then the dilemma of, you know, positioning versus public interest, kind of. I don't know how to, he said it way better. But I, you know, from a adopted, you know, mix, different, my brother, Korean, right? So I came up through that whole, It's why I like when Webby's talking about Asian hate and shit like that in one of his songs, Raw Thoughts. I related to that. I relate to that whole aspect. But I just agree with this sentiment. I think it just goes across so many different tribal boundaries that, so true. So true.
Because of my text in the state of it. The old man once told me they'll kill me because I'm educated. They hate it like they treat it. They yell BLM because you messed it up. Once had a message, you fucked it up. I'm in the middle because whites think I'm trouble and blacks call me Uncle Tom. What the fuck? 10 years I served as a Marine troop. Combat deployments I lived through too. College degrees and I'm still in school. Star-Spangled Banner, my AKA. Red, white, and blue is the flag I wave. You and survey, we the biggest gang. Star-Spangled Banner, my AKA. Star-Spangled Banner, my AKA. Red, white, and blue is the flag I wave. You and survey, we the biggest gang. Star-Spangled Banner, my AKA. Star-Spangled Banner, my AKA. Shooting from rooftops with infiltrated. They tried to kill us with AK spray, but we shot back like the rifleman. Gave up my youth and my soul to see. My daughter again, there's a hole in me. So none of you question my loyalty. The question is, where's your loyalty? 3,000 days, was that not enough? Decade I gave, was that not enough? The guns and the slugs and the blood on his clothes to the holes that I saw, was that not enough? I'm asking these questions of citizens in the same place that I'm living in. You say that I never deserve for you. If you feel that way, then fuck you too. Star-Spangled Banner, my AKA. Red, white, and blue is the flag I wave. You and survey, we the biggest gang. Star-Spangled Banner, my AKA. Star-Spangled Banner, my AKA. Red, white, and blue is the flag I wave. You and survey, we the biggest gang. I'm the Star-Spangled Banner. My AKA. Living in America, so afraid. Swing that baton and they pass the blame. Monsters is running in every race. Monsters is coming in every form. Monsters is wearing our uniforms. People is looking to settle scores. You shooting us down like a fucking sport.
God, was that what he... So those bars, is that what I think he said?
Living in America, so afraid. Swing that baton and they pass the blame. Monsters is running in every race. Monsters is coming in every form. Monsters is wearing our uniforms. People is looking to settle scores. You shooting us down like a fucking...
It's either monsters or Marxists. Either one works for me. Either line, but I couldn't decide my furnace. It's cold out, snowy, 20, 15 degrees, something like that. So, I just that whole little section really makes me think of some of the public awareness the military is trying to garner for itself, and it scary in a way, because I'm in that age group that, I mean, he seems more like a soldier. I would resonate with the stories of what it's all about, not the dancing TikTok stuff and the gender fluidity studies within basic training. I don't understand all that. And it's not that not that I want to indict that, but I think it's that the huge misconception in numbers. I think a tiny minority, maybe I'm a bad asshole for using this language, that tiny group. I live your life peaceful, but I mean the indoctrination process that's going on, it seems like, all of a sudden the whole world is leans one way, but I think, don't the facts say that's just not the case? I would think the majority actually lean more a way that they don't want to say out loud because they're afraid, because the media has been overtaken, and you hear this actually narrow-minded agenda that only resonates with a small percentage of people, but being amplified like it's gospel truth. And I don't know, once again, I turn into a rambling crazy person, but I don't know. This is a Star-Spangled Banner is kind of doing it for me. Marine rapper, I think he's got a lot of really good shit to say.
So afraid, swing that baton and they pass the blame. Monsters is running in every race. Monsters is coming in every form. Monsters is wearing our uniforms. People is looking to settle scores. You shooting us down like a fucking sport. Super Bowl, now you seem activist, but you do not have the sack for this. National anthem, I stand for it. None of y'all standing, but y'all mad at capping it. Got love for Leos that keep us safe. Fuck all the ones who take that away. Fuck that third verse in the Star-Spangled Banner. This my Spangled Banner. It's time for change. I'm just trying to live my life. I'm just trying to live my life. Ain't no love, ain't no love. I'm the Star-Spangled Banner. I'm just trying to live my life. I'm just trying to live my life. Ain't no love.
I just noticed the guitar. Shit. Damn. Nice.
I'm just trying to live my life. I'm just trying to live my life. Ain't no love, ain't no love. I'm the Star-Spangled Banner. Hey, Francis Scott Key, you wrote a verse about black Marines now. A black Marine wrote a verse about you. Isn't that crazy? Karma's a bitch. Fuck. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Yeah. See, I'm okay. That don't bother me. I think that was fire good. And acknowledging history changes, I'm okay with that too. It just depends on what the future history is going to look like. Does it look a lot like this, or does it look like a lot like the line in the Middle East, or does it look like Mega City 2 they announced up in Europe? I don't know. I'll pull for this side. I resonate with this message more than we all move into globalist smart cities. Don't know what the future's going to look like, but it's going to be weird, interesting. As always, I'm excited for the front row seat. We'll do it again later. Take care.